Okay, welcome back to Normski TV. Saturday, nice day outside. Good to go for a little run or something, but you know how it is. This COVID, man, is keeping us in lockdown mode. So some news concerning Arsenal with regards to our transfer. At the moment, it is only rumours because the actual transfer window hasn't officially opened yet. So a lot of these stories that are coming in are just rumours, and I think the real thing will start happening once, you know, we get this season over. You know, just talking about what's going on, especially with the Premier League and restarting the games, you know. There was talk on Sky Sports News and just listening to other pundits, you know, with regards to, you know, the Premier League being played at neutral grounds. And, you know, they're wanting a minimum of at least 14 teams to agree that. Now, if they don't get that, it could put the Premier League in jeopardy in terms of it finishing. And there's teams like Watford, Aston Villa, Brighton, and you look at the common denominator there in the sense that they're all fighting relegation. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there and whether you know, these teams will agree or not agree and what will happen going forward. But at the moment, you know, we're waiting to hear what Boris Johnson's got to say with regards to the easing of lockdown. So Sunday he's going to make his statement and we'll see what happens there. But the Premier League are pushing hard to get the season resumed, and obviously most of these games will be played behind closed doors. I was talking with a friend of mine and we was just having a discussion about, you know, the likes of teams that are likely to not come up, you know, in the Championship, because if, say, the league is made null and void, what does that mean in terms for Liverpool not getting the title? You know, the teams at the bottom not getting relegated. There's so many factors that are going to be involved. And so we still have a long way to go. But I would like to see some football and to see the resumption of football and to just make sure that, you know, it finishes. So let's just watch this space and see what happens. But let's talk about Arsenal and the rumours and the transfer rumours. And first of all, just wanted to talk about a player that we was interested in back in January, a guy called Matvienko, who plays for Shakhtar Donetsk. And at the time, we was trying to go for a loan move. I think they were looking at 30 million euros for him. And, you know, Arsenal, we just don't have that sort of money with the sort of expenses that we've paid out in transfer on the likes of Pepe, you know, 72 million, you know, and that's all in installments at the moment. And other players, I mean, I think we spent something like, I think in the summer, something in the region of about 125 to 150 mil. So Arsenal are about going for either loan deals or free transfers or possibly swap deals, which I'll come to later to talk about regarding Aubameyang. But yeah, it's been reported that Mikel Arteta is interested in him. The AFC Bell reports that Arsenal are preparing another move for Matvienko in the summer. He's 24 years old and his contract runs down. Contract in Ukraine runs down. And Mikel Arteta is pushing hard for this. He really likes this player. You know, he can play, from what they're saying, he can play at left back as well. So he's quite a utility player in terms of the back line. And he can play out from the back, which is really good. And I'll say he's a decent player. 30 million euros. You know, is it something that Arsenal can afford? Let's wait and see. But we do need defensive replacement. I know we've got William Saliba coming back. You know, there's the talk of Pablo Mari probably coming to us on a 10 million permanent deal. You know, currently he's with us on loan. as well as Cedric Suarez from Southampton. So are these players, are we going to take them on loan? Sorry, not take them on loan. Are we going to buy them permanently after their loan deal finishes? What is going to happen there? We've been, linked with loads of defenders. Upamecano from Leipzig. You've got Leipzig. You've got the other guy, I can't remember his name, from Barcelona, Umtiti. We've been linked with him. Mangala's, we've been linked with him. There's loads of defenders that we've been linked with, and what does it mean for the likes of Mustafi, David Luiz, Socrates, Holding, Chambers? Are these players are going to be shifted out in order for us to be able to go and make those kind of purchases? So let's see what happens. So we've been linked with this Matvienko, and as I said, it's rumours at the moment. And as I said, back in January, David Alston confirmed that Arsenal, really liked the player, and was they wanted to go for him, but because the Ukraine club was asking for 30 million euro, I think that kind of put Arsenal off. So let's see what happens this summer. If we do go for him, he would be a good addition, but it's about offloading other players. Let's look at Layvin Kurzawa. Now, I know we earlier on in last January, we was linked with him. He was going to come to us on a free, and he pulled out of it, I think, because he felt that maybe he could push to get a permanent fixture in PSG. Then Barcelona was linked with him, so that probably turned its head. Now we're hearing that Arsenal have gone back in for him, and even a few weeks ago we was told that we was close to signing him on a 5-year deal. Yes, he plays for PSG. Hasn't really had the best there when he first went there. I think he used to play for Monaco, if my memory serves me right. He moved to PSG, but injuries, setbacks and stuff like that, and he just couldn't make his way back into the team. There's talk now that there's a big boost now because Barcelona have pulled out the race, and now Kurzawa's keen on coming to Arsenal. Now, sometimes, I don't know, first of all, why we need him, because personally speaking, we've got the likes of Kieran Tierney. You got Bukayo Saka, who is there covering and doing a brilliant job there, and then you got Kolasinac, also, who plays in that position. And I know Kolasinac's been injured quite a lot, and if any one of those were to go, it would probably be Kolasinac. Would we get Layvin Kurzawa to come in? He's 20, I believe he's about 27, and he was a good player back in the day, but I don't personally think we need him. I don't know what sort of wages he's going to be asking for, but we could better well spend that wages somewhere else. And we need to be filling like the lights of that defensive midfield area. And as you know, Thomas Partey, if he could come to Arsenal, that'd be absolutely brilliant. At the moment, that's sort of died down at the moment. I'm not hearing much news on that, but I'm sure it will pick back up once the season comes to an end. So Layvin Kurzawa is interested and very keen to come to Arsenal. So again, we'll see what happens. It's rumours, very strong rumours. His name comes up quite a lot. So let's see what happens concerning him. This is the one that's been sort of circling in the news, and that's this swap deal between Aubameyang and Icardi, who plays currently on loan to PSG. Apparently he's banged in 20 plus goals for them. Good player, good striker. What are your thoughts on that? A swap deal with Icardi with Aubameyang. He plays for Inter Milan, and he hasn't had what I call the best of relationships with the fans and even some of the players. He does come with a lot of baggage. Absolutely comes with a lot of baggage. Are we prepared to take Icardi, with that sort of baggage? You know what I mean? He can be sometimes disruptive. He's a good player, scores goals, probably would do well in the Premier League. Would you swap Icardi for Aubameyang? Because at the moment, with again, no news in terms of Aubameyang and his contract situation. You know, what's happening? You know, Aubameyang, what are you saying? Are you going to sign a thing or not? You know, Arsenal, you need to give him what he wants. 300,000. If it's 300,000 he's asking for, give it to him. You know, he's our top goal scorer, he's our talisman, he's our captain. And if it wasn't for him, mate, I tell you now, we would not be in the position we are now. So, Arsenal, please. I would rather keep Aubameyang and probably get rid of Lacazette. You know, maybe, if possible, get Lacazette as a swap deal with Thomas Partey. But that's another story. That's obviously been doing the rounds on the news. But would you take Icardi, you know, as a swap deal with Aubameyang? What are your thoughts on him? He does come with a lot of baggage. He's a good goal scorer. Would you take him? Let's see what happens coming with regards to that. Just trying to see if there's any more news. I think that's really it, really. But just to say, oh, there is one other news, and that's a guy called George Lewis. I haven't got much information on him. Apparently, he came on a 2-week trial. George Lewis is Norwegian. Doesn't sound very Norwegian. The name doesn't sound very Norwegian. He came on a 2-week trial. Arteta was very impressed with him. He's a winger, good player. He's going to come on a free. He's 19 years old, you know, and I believe that, you know, Arteta can develop him. We are very close to signing him, according to the news. I think it's the Mirror. We're very close to signing him, and don't really know too much about him. As I said, as the deal gets closer, there'll probably be more information on him. Why? I suppose I'm wondering why they let his contract run down. It'd be interesting. I don't even know the name of the club. I can't remember the name of the club. It's a Norwegian club that he plays for, but he's now looks like he's going to be coming to Arsenal on a free transfer. He's 19 years old, and I believe that Arteta can, you know, do some work with this guy, and possibly he could be another Martinelli. Let's see what happens concerning that. Listen, please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll speak to you on the next one. Take care.